one piece of reporting here, and then I want to go to Rashad, the aforementioned doctor. So I went to that local site again, and just to be clear, they're definitely all mail-in ballots. Out of 513 precincts in this district so far, 513 have not reported in yet. So there are no precincts reporting in yet, just the mail-in ballots. And there, as we told you earlier, Chantal Brown has about a 13-point lead over Nina Turner with 28,000 ballots in. There's 421,000 registered voters in this district. Obviously, not all of them are Democrats, and although a lot of them are, and not all of them will vote. But this is likely to be a high voter turnout election because of how much press attention it's received.
About 17% turnout of eligible voters.
That's what the press is reporting, about 17% turnout?
Yeah, a little under 17%.
Okay, let's do the math on that real quick. If that's true, that's around 75,000 voters. Nah, it can't be right. It can't be right.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure.
If that's the case, then
turnout is 16.88%.
Okay, so we'll see, guys. There's a lot of fog of war on election nights, so we'll see how that plays out. Okay, Rashad, I want to go back to you. So you were talking about Clyburn, and he came in and endorsed Chantal Brown. He pretty much admitted he doesn't know anything about Chantal Brown. He claimed that that he saw the TYT town hall and Killer Mike insulted him, and because a rapper said, and by the way, the insult was barely an insult. He started with a compliment and then critiqued the bargain that he got with Joe Biden. And because Nina Turner briefly said yes to an insult from a rapper, Clyburn basically admitted he didn't do any research on Chantal Brown and decided to bring in as much of the congressional black caucus as he could against Nina Turner. Well, there's a couple of layers to that. One, do you believe him, Rashad, that's why he did it? Or was he just endorsing against progressives as he always wanted to do?
Okay, so Clyburn is lying, point blank. That is not why he did it. Now, maybe it was good cover for what he wanted to do all along. Maybe he thought it was good cover. I thought it was a horrible cover story, because if you believe that cover story, that means you must believe that this man is so damn petty that he's willing to make a policy decision that impacts an entire congressional district and could impact those in an entire country based on a slight comment that he did not like from one or two people. That to me is a more egregious reality than his actual reality. His actual reality is that he doesn't want to be held accountable to a progressive agenda. He's done this before. He's been on the wrong side of the minimum wage debate. He's been on the wrong side of the we need a black female on the Supreme Court. A lot of people forgot that. He was one of the people saying, oh, no, Biden doesn't need to do that. He's been on the wrong side of even the reparations debate. So these are progressive black agendas, or progressive agendas, period, that he's been on the wrong side of as it relates to black Americans. He gets this pass. Really, the power is inside of his own state. And it's because of things he's done over the years that they still celebrate. Well, here's the game of politics. Politics is the ultimate game of what have you done for me lately? That's what this is about. This is all about the current strategy, the current policy. You can't win policy arguments based on what you did 30 years ago. And what is policy? Policy is a social contract between the community and the government. That's all policy is. And every single day, if you're not waking up trying to create a better social contract between the community and the government that's in charge, then you have lost your way. And here's the reality of most Democrats who serve. They lost their way a long time ago. Here's what's happening now with progressive politicians, progressive public servants. They are the expression of people telling them when they were growing up, you can actually change this system. They are the expression of mama them telling these individuals, yeah, it's bad, it's wrong, it shouldn't be this way, but you can do something about it. And now they are in positions of authority and seeking positions of leadership. And we're still talking about wait your turn. We're still allowing the old guard, who has really been antithetical to the movement of progress, to say, well, I'm not going to pick you, I'm going to pick someone else. It's time out for the party that started as an activist movement to allow others in authority to be kingmakers. This should be the people's party. Progressives represent that ideology at its core. And being the people's champion means that you can't be the champion for corporate America. You can't be the champion for one politician or the other, regardless of their partisan affiliation. You can't be that because your actual connection and your loyalty lies with those that you represent every day. And we have to get back to that core. And that's what Nina Turner represented. She represented that all day. And you saw it happening in real time. The polling started coming back, not in our sister's favor, after these attacks went out. And then these attacks went out, and other Democrats supported these attacks or provided no cover. And nobody was the adult in the room, brother and sister, said, hey, knock this off. We will not do this to our sister in a Democratic primary. Nobody did that for her. Nobody did that in this primary for her, and a sea full of Democrats running.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.